Nobody yet? One person. Who's that? I'll have to wait and see. Victor Falls, what's up, bro? I thought you said I wasn't allowed to do Trump bashing shows today. Oh, shit. I got to do them, man. I got to do them. Why does that look like that? Okay. I don't know. Getting ready to go out for a nice meal. Oh, nice, man. Enjoy. Enjoy. I haven't eaten yet today, bro. I'm fucking starving, man. Ryan Stevenson, what's that thumbnail say? Trump hates Black Friday because it's black. Oh my God. Ryan, you gotta, even being a Trump supporter, you gotta laugh at that. That shit is funny as fuck, bro. Oh, did you? Did you? Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out then. Yeah, 36% he's at right now. That's a new low for his second term. Guys, it really does kind of in a way make me a little sick that I'm about to do another one of these shows today. But I kind of have to. You know, I got to build up this channel. So for the people that are here, the 12 people, please hit the like button. It's very, very important. Very, very important. He doesn't care about the public. He's just building his ballroom and running up the debt. FDT. That's right, Robert Boyd. Sports 74. You. Good to see you, man. Yeah. Oh, pick that. Okay. Come on, man. This fucking thing's giving me trouble. More like the vomit button. Oh no, you got me. Did I make you want to vomit, David? Holy shit. What is it? What is it, David, exactly? Do you not like that I talk about Trump the way I do? Trump is on pace to run up the national debt to the moon. Our children and grandchildren will struggle for decades to accept debt. Yes, this is true. Uh, I seen that tumor on your head and I stopped. I knew it was you. That's fucked up, Corey. It's not a tumor. I was using a brand new razor. It was pretty fucking sharp, and I was aggressively shaving my head, and I ripped some of the skin right off the top of my head. It happens quite often, actually. Keep it respectful. I don't agree either, but let's keep it respectful. We're allowed to agree, disagree. Yes. Now, watch what I'm going to do today, guys. I'm not going to call anybody names until they start calling me names. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. But what I would like you to do, that's fucked up. You're saying I got a big dome? That's hurtful. I got to be honest. Let's try to defend Trump, you guys, because it's your job to defend Trump, the MAGA people. No, I know, bro. Without mentioning Biden at all. Trump is a hero to MAGA and MAGA only. I agree. I agree. But you know what? I try to be respectful and just respect everybody's opinions. But these things go crazy. They get out of control. And I'm the way I am, you know? So I start, yelling at people back and all that shit. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do something here and it's not working. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. Trump is the greatest president ever. That's the one I just read. Then give back your tax cuts. What tax cuts would those be? What do you mean? You think I'm a billionaire? You think Trump gave me tax cuts? He didn't give you tax cuts either. I got fucking news for you. I got news for you. You guys got to stop believing this horse shit. You know? Oh, Christ the fucking mighty. Yes, done. All right. A panel of nearly 150 presidential scholars rated Trump one as the worst president ever. They did. That's true. That's true. Kamala even brought it up in the debate. It's a true thing you can look up. They put Biden, I think, at 14. I think Biden at 9. No, 14th best. I think Biden at 9th best, something like that. And Trump, they put it at worst, the absolute worst. We're not billionaires. They are. That's, yeah. LOL tax cuts. I know, right? They think Trump gave us tax cuts. 150 people. 150 presidential scholars. So in other words, experts in their field, people that can judge presidencies by using all types of different factors, you know? So their opinion is kind of relevant. Trump said neo-Nazis and white supremacists should be condemned totally, and the media edited it to fabricate very fine people. Yeah, I don't know if he said they should be condemned, but he did say later on in that speech that white supremacists are bad people. So yeah, I'll admit when they lie about them. Yep. Hillary should have been president. She would have saved us. I cried for weeks after that loss. I don't know if you're fucking around or what. This is the guy who still believes Republicans shut down the government. They did. They did. A woman should never be president. There we go. Christ didn't fuck mighty. Okay. The state of, did I say Christ all fucking mighty? The state of the U.S. economy is strong despite inflation remaining elevated. The economy is expanding again after a dip in Q1. The labor market is stable and inflation is below its peak. Well, Victor Falls, inflation in April was 2%. It's now, I checked last night, it's 3.01%, I believe. Donald Trump has created, as far as we know, because they did just cancel the jobs reports and the GDP report. Trump doesn't want that coming out, so he just canceled it. But he created a total of 500,000 jobs since he took office in January, and Biden was averaging about 180,000 a month. So inflation is up. Unemployment is up without a doubt. He had 4 or 5 months of the worst jobs numbers since the Great Recession. And, prices are up on everything because of tariffs. Billionaires, millionaires, and stupid people love Trump. Yes. It is funny. I'm not a Trump guy. The Dems were saying some wild shit to get the libs to come out in droves for the election. Like what, Ryan? You might be right, but what exactly? I'm not sure. Election interference. What was election interference? Orange Friday? Yeah, good question. Guys, please, for the love of Christ, hit the like button and subscribe right now if you can, so you don't forget. It's important you subscribe to my channel because I'm really working hard to build something here. Even for the people that don't like me, you got to be able to respect that, right? I'm doing my best. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys would hit the like button right now and subscribe. If you don't like me, I understand. But if you're on my side, at least, you know. The AG of the U.S. wants to install National Gun Registry. Where are all the MAGA 2A types calling this out nonsense? Or calling out this nonsense? Is that true? Is that true, TC4007? Holy shit. My trans girlfriend moved to Siberia after Trump won. Can't say I blame her. Trump is one of the greatest political entertainers this nation has ever had, as far as I know. Oh, yeah. As far as political entertainers, yeah, no question. The guy's entertaining. You got to explain what a scholar is. We lost the argument already. Yeah, I guess so. Scholar is somebody who is, again, if you're a scholar of anything, you're an expert in your field. You're a scholar. So you studied it, you have degrees in it, you know, and you're an expert. So I think it was 154 presidential scholars made up this list, and they rated Trump as the worst president in history. And I know what you'll say. You'll say it's all liberals. It is not. It was equally made up of conservatives, independents, and liberals. And the conservatives rated him higher than the liberals and the independents. They actually did, you know, because they agree with his policies more. But the end result was still that he was the worst. Race baiter, TDS, tard, loser much? No, not a loser at all. I'm not. How am I a race baiter? I'm just pointing out the fact that Donald Trump hates everything that's black. I wonder. I read that one. Wait a minute. How did I get back up there? Trump. Oh shit. If you got to. Oh, that's what you. I didn't read it right. You said if you got to explain what a scholar is. We lost the argument already. Yeah. He's won so many defamation cases at this point, you might as well say some shit and get on board. Could you tell me which defamation cases he's won? Just out of curiosity. Because I know people have won defamation cases against him, but which defamation cases did he win? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't necessarily want his hair, but yeah, a little bit of jealousy towards anybody who has hair. Can you blame me? Iden is an idiot just like all his supporters. Who the fuck is Iden? You mean Joe Biden? All right, well, we could discuss that if you'd like. Trump has done a lot for this country, just none of it good. Yeah. 180 a month from Biden, then a month later, subtract 140 jobs is a mistake. No, this is after revisions. After the revisions, 180 jobs a month on average. That's right now. If you check, that's what you'll find. Biden's jobs were fake, dummy. Fake jobs. Are they like Trump's felonies? They weren't fake. Joe Biden created 16.6 million jobs, which is 4 times the amount of the last 4 Republican presidents combined. So, yeah. Eagles lost. What was election interference charges dropped, buddy? Oliver Hart, I just don't know what you're referencing. Did I say something about election interference? I don't believe I did. You just keep saying that. I could tell you what election interference Donald Trump committed without a doubt, but is that what you're asking me? All right, bro. Oh, nice. Chicken marsala. Enjoy. That's hurtful, Oliver. It's actually just a cut on my head. I know it's insane to see a bald person, first of all, because that's rare. And then to see a bald person with a cut on their head because they literally use a razor to shave their head. That is totally out of the ordinary. I know there's something shady going on here. Black fatigue has us disapproving of this Friday. Oh, really? Well, listen, I'm not surprised to hear you say that. Yes, Pam Bondi is in favor of a national gun registry. And I'm assuming if this is true, because I haven't heard that yet, that MAGA's fine with it because it's Pam Bondi, right? Wayne, $10 Canadian. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I didn't get no super chats in these shows today. But guys, if you'd like, after you hit the like button and subscribe, you can throw a super chat into the mix, and that will get your comment read, of course, and all that. Yeah, James Arnold. Yep. White chomo fatigue has everyone afraid to go shopping. All right. I guess that's your response to the black fatigue thing. Okay, it's fair. Idiots have completely devalued the word racist and fascist. They mean nothing anymore. You're a complete race baiting clown. That's not true. Now, I will say liberals go a little too far, and they'll just call anything racism sometimes. But racism is alive and well. And guess who holds the most racist views? You do. You do, and people like you, people that vote for Trump. Every time I watch your channel, it has lost views. I don't like that for you. I'm a Trump fan, but I would love for you to make money and your family lives a great life. Well, that's nice. But believe me, this is what happens. I did some reading on it a few days ago. At first, they push you out like crazy into the algorithm to promote your shit. And then once they see enough people are just skipping past it, because that's what most of these views are, is people just skipping past the video, then they start to suppress your algorithm a little bit and your views go down. So I'm not going to let it discourage me. I'm not going to let it stop me. That's why I'm telling people to sub, because right now I'm doing these shows straight on YouTube. Okay. But I want to do them the way I do my other shows through StreamYard. It'll be different. So I need subs so that when they really slow my algorithm down, I have enough subs that I'll have an audience, and that will happen eventually. They suppress political content in general, and my channel's been suppressed for a long time because a lot of crazy shit goes on here. Wayne, another 10. Thank you, brother. Black this, black that. Fuck off already with your crap. Go fix Chicago if you are so concerned about blacks. I'll get right on that. Why isn't Donald Trump fixing Chicago? You seem like a New York refugee. How's Florida treating you? Oh, I wish I was in Florida. Let's talk about 80% of the murderers in Chicago. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't understand. Are you just taking shots at black people? Is that it? Because nothing you're saying is in reference to anything I've said. I guess you're responding to the other guy, what he said about the white chomos and shit. I don't know. Trump hates African Americans, Latinos, except most Cubans, Afghanis, American Jewish people, except for the Kushners, Somalis, and dozens of others. Yes. When Trump tells the DOJ to drop the investigation and charges against him and those he likes, it's not exactly an indicator of innocence. No. Yeah, again, it's just a cut. Slice my head open, as you can see. But you make whatever you want out of it. And yes, I'm fully aware I'm bald. You know what you could do? There's a button where you could hit and it says, don't recommend this channel anymore. So instead of coming in here and crying like the whiny little bitch that you are, you just don't have to watch anymore. And I don't have to see your nonsense in my chat. He is not racist, so shut up. Yeah, there's no reason to believe Trump's racist. When he said Mexicans are rapists, when he got sued by the Nixon Justice Department in the 70s for refusing to rent apartments to black people because he was telling his business manager or his building managers, if any black people come apply for apartments, just put a C in the corner of the application for colored so we don't rent to them. Him and his father had to settle that one. The witness accounts that when he owned his casinos and he'd walk through, he would make the black employees stay in the back because he didn't want to see them. His own nephew saying that he heard Trump use the N-word plenty of times. Everything he's done in his presidency, including using language, exact literal quotes from Hitler and stuff like that, and making it normal for the people around him to just Heil Hitler. All that stuff. If you take all that stuff away, plus probably a hell of a lot more. One of the comedians at his rally saying that Puerto Rican is an island, a floating island of garbage, and Trump didn't have a thing to say about that. If you take all that away, yeah, he's not racist. Yeah, I don't fuck with Black Friday. I'm not a Black Friday guy. I stay in the house. Guys, hit the like and subscribe, please. Your claim is Trump is racist. No, that's just a funny joke I have up there. But yes, he is racist. There's no question about it. Voting for Trump has nothing to do with racism, arrogance. Yes, it does. I mean, let me ask you something. Why do you think every white supremacist group in America and the Ku Klux Klan have what do you call it? what's the word I'm looking for? Endorsed Donald Trump. See, it's not that I think he's racist. It's that the racist people think he's racist. Okay. And you guys are racist. Look at some of the shit you're putting in the chat. The black fatigue shit, the other bullshit. I mean, this is why you voted for him. You didn't vote for him despite the fact that he's racist. You voted for him because of it. That's right, Eugene. Fuck him. I'm boycotting purchases until Cyber Monday. There's a national boycott, only purchases from local small business. Good. Biden's 9% inflation wasn't an issue, even after warned by many the spending was ill-advised. So your opinion is it wasn't an issue? Well, the inflation was caused in large part to COVID. Every single nation on earth experienced major inflation. And we happen to be the fastest to recover from it under Biden, you know? So he brought it down. I believe this time last year it was lower than it is now, okay? And he brought the unemployment rate. When Trump was in office in April 2020, the unemployment rate was 14%. When he left office, it was 6.6%. Biden brought that down to 3.4%. So, and he brought inflation down as well. And the inflation was going to happen no matter who was in office. Prices are up, but not for Trump supporters. They have more money. No, they just refuse to acknowledge that they're up. Oh, that's fucked up. No, I don't need to do that no more, man. I found a better way. We don't want Dems in Florida. Listen, Dems don't want to be around hillbillies, really. It's just the beaches, believe me. They don't want to be around you people. I go to Florida all the time, and I do my best to stay away from MAGA motherfuckers. Trust me. Glad you told me to go. Adios, trash. Looser, liberal, Dem, commie, socialist, you're trash. Looser? All right, looser. Bye. What prices are up? Beef, I buy the groceries, and I've noticed prices down in Louisiana. Oh, also gas prices. Gas prices, if they're down in Louisiana, doesn't mean they're down everywhere. Right now, where I am in Pennsylvania, gas is 20 cents a gallon more than it was when Biden left office. Okay? That's number one. Number two, prices are up, whether you want to believe it or not, and they are up on literally everything when it comes to groceries. Food prices are just up. Beef is way, way up. Way, way fucking up. So you could deny it all you want, but facts are facts. And by the way, again, gas on average now, nationwide, gas is 2 cents less a gallon than it was this time last year. Yeah, that's what your boy Elon likes to do, and Steve Bannon. Yep. Trump loves the uneducated and hates smart people. Such a true statement. Oh, and he knows smart people don't like him either.
Smart people don't like me, you know, and they don't like what we talk about.
Honest question. Is there anything Trump could do that you even criticize him for? Never mind, stop supporting him. Yeah, that's why it's called. Oh, to them? Yeah. Yeah, I've asked that before. Is there anything Trump can do to lose your support? The Klan is right wing. The right wing is currently MAGA and Republicans, not Democrats. The KKK has been voting Republican for 50 years or more. Yeah. So what's that tell you if gas is cheap everywhere else besides blue cities? Oh, I'm not in a blue city. And by the way, you can look up gas prices. If you think they're up in blue cities and down everywhere else, you're out of your fucking mind. Gas prices have always been different in different areas. And I am in a county that Trump won. In a state that Trump won. And gas is just more expensive. They're not. You can look it up. I mean, you could just say, go ahead, just say, you know what, if it makes you feel better, why not? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's not the only place where gas is up. Believe me. $1 there where you are. Yep. Caroline Levitt helped her brother get ICE to abduct her sister-in-law and get her deported so her brother can take their 11-year-old son he has no custody of, taking a child from mother. I wouldn't doubt it if that's true. I know she's getting deported. Oh yes, gasoline is $1, but nobody is working. LOL. Oh, you're fucking around, right? There's nowhere in America where gas is $1. I think you're fucking around. Who fucking cares? We're rich. Sure, Virgil. Gas prices are down here in Ohio. Yep, and in other places they're up. You guys, you know what anecdotal evidence is? That's like you tell a story, and that story is supposed to prove that it's just right. You're right across the board. Like, in other words, maybe I didn't explain it the best way, but you know what I mean. Like, because you have a story like, oh, gas is down here, then that somehow means that gas is down everywhere. And it's not. It's not. Believe me. Guys, hit the like and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. Beef is definitely up in New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Danielle. I'm sorry. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Yep, it's confirmed you're an idiot. Under Biden, gas was almost $4, and now we're almost down to $2. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. It was $4 where? Because let me tell you something. Here in Pennsylvania, or at least in the area I'm in, it was never $4. So again, that's anecdotal evidence. It's like, oh, well, because where I am, it was $4. Then and now it's almost $2. It's cheaper everywhere, and it's not almost $2. The cheapest gas in America right now is like $2.59 or some shit. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. No, gas prices are not down everywhere. They are down significantly in many areas, but prices still vary widely by state and even by individual gas station. While the national average has dropped, states like California and Hawaii continue to have much higher prices compared to states like Mississippi and Tennessee, which prices are the lowest. The national average has dropped to around $3.16 a gallon, which is lower than a month ago and a year ago. Gas prices differ greatly depending on location. For example, California's average is around $4.50 per gallon, while Mississippi's is closer to $2.72. See? Reasons for the variation: taxes, fees, and supply and demand dynamics at the state level. Seasonal changes, such as the switch to cheaper winter gas blends. Local supply and demand. Factors contributing to overall lower prices: increased oil production by OPEC, more capacity from new refineries, seasonal declines in demand, the end of refinery maintenance leading to greater supply. There you go. Dare you to post the entire one with the poor people, to quote. Oh, okay. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just read a couple comments. God forbid you guys ever look anything up. Many areas. Yeah, exactly. See, you moved the goalpost. You guys said everywhere. I said it wasn't everywhere. Now I said many areas. So you say, yeah, many areas. No. You said every fucking where. More jobs lost, more prices go down. Also true. He has no content but slandering. Well, you're watching it. And if you're watching it, it's content. And if you don't like it, why the fuck don't you leave? You know what I mean? Like, who needs you? I don't give a fuck if you stick around. Now, the guy wants to see the quote. I won with the poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. What do you think is going to be on here that's going to prove me wrong? What do you think? Just out of curiosity. Here we go. I'm curious as to what you think you're going to prove. Robert B, $2. Thank you, brother. I'll put that up in a second. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. Very, very important.
We love Nevada. We love Nevada. Thank you. A couple of months ago, we weren't expected to win this one. You know that, right? We weren't. Of course, if you listen to the pundits, we weren't expected to win too much, and now we're winning the country. And soon the country is going to start winning. We won the evangelicals. We won with young. We won with old. We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. We're the smart.
And they cheer.
Smartest people, we're the most loyal people. And you know what I really am happy about? Because I've been saying it for a long time. 46% with the Hispanics. 46%. Number one.
Yeah, there's stupid people in every race and ethnic group. So there you go. What exactly did you just prove? Prices are up and hopefully they won't continue. No, prices are up on everything. And even where gas is lower, what these stunads don't realize is that everything else is up. So it really doesn't make a difference. It evens out. When you're paying more for everything because of tariffs and inflation in general, gas being down a little bit is not really as beneficial to you as you think it is. You know what I mean? Because you're paying more everywhere else. He never meant to say poorly educated. It was a gaffe, just like Biden used to do every day. So that's just your opinion. You're in Donald Trump's head because he just said that, and he didn't say, oops, I didn't mean to say that. Did he? He knows you guys. He knows his base. Do you know that Roger Stone and certain other people that prepared Trump to run for the presidency literally told him, you have to dumb yourself down because these people won't understand you. And what he based that on was Obama. When Obama was in office, all you dopes were like, I don't fucking understand him. He uses big words. I can't even keep track of what he's saying. I don't get it. You know? So they told him to dumb himself down. If you look at Donald Trump from years ago in videos, he was a lot more articulate and stuff. Even it seems a lot more intelligent. But the way he talks now, he talks like a fucking dope so you can understand him. Yeah. Better than Trump, I think. Better than Trump. Hold on one sec, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe. The average price for a gallon of regular gas in Louisiana is $2.62. This is slightly lower than the national average, which is about $2.98 for the Gulf Coast region and $3.06 for the overall U.S. $3.06, I told you. And this time last year, it was like $3.08 was the national average. It's not down as much as you think it is. I've saved over $50,000 on fuel costs on a Tesla Model S paid for the car. That's good, I guess. Trump on childcare costs. Childcare is childcare. You got to have it. No plan to help. He just says everything is fine. Yeah. Hit the like and subscribe, guys. Very important. 219 people. Where do I press the hate and not subscribe? Don't subscribe and press the thumbs down. That's all you got to do. And mind you, half the country is experiencing an economic depression under Trump, by the way. Oh, yeah. How many states is it now? Are in a recession? The fuck? There we go. Here in Tennessee, 245. I'd have to check on that to see if you're telling the truth, but because in Tennessee, it's different prices. It can't be 245 in all of Tennessee. It's 320 here. See? And it's 319 here, and it was 299 when Biden left office. I thought about buying some beef jerky at 7-Eleven and recoil like a vampire from across at seeing the price. For real? You forget to mention gas prices are expected to fall lower, too. I haven't read that anywhere, so I didn't forget to mention it. Gasoline was about $3.50 under Biden. Again, guys, check if that was the national average, because that's what matters. If you live in a small town in Tennessee and it was, 350 and now it's 250. It doesn't really mean anything because you got to go by the national average. You got to go by all the states, average out the gas prices and see what it is. Okay. And you could say it was 350 under Biden, but I will say again, a month before Joe Biden left office, it went down here to 299. It's gone up since to 349. It finally dropped to 319. So, Chris, yes, where prices coming down after dumbass Trump's first term, a first wave of tariffs, Biden made America the fastest recovering economy on planet Earth, dude. Yeah, no doubt. It's still down, you doubt. Okay, so just ignore everything I read and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Check whose IP address, James Arnold. Check whose. Let me see. Oh, shit. I just fucked up. Hold on. All right. I swear you liberals will race bait anything. It's not race baiting. It's a joke because Donald Trump is racist. It's not race baiting. Do you know what race baiting is? Gas is way cheaper under Trump, except it's not. It's 2 cents cheaper as far as the national average now compared to this time last year. Biden was a huge embarrassment. Every time he spoke, it was a huge blunder. Well, let's listen to Donald Trump when he's asked the same question 2 times. Let's see how he answers.
Okay, please, in the back.
Dana Marie McNichol, Fox News Channel. Mr. President, is there an expected time frame that detainees will spend here, days, weeks, months? And does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here? Days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here at Alligator Alcatraz.
I'm going to spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. My vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida, pay a lot of tax. And a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do. A lot of people moved to Florida from New York, and it was for a lot of reasons, but one of them was taxes. The taxes are so high in New York, they're leaving. I don't know what New York's going to do about that, because some of the biggest wealthiest people and some of the people that pay the most taxes of any people anywhere in the world, for that matter, they're moving to Florida and other places. So we're going to have to help some of these states out, I think. But thank you very much. I'll be here as much as I can.
Again, the question was, how long are the illegal detainees going to be held here in Florida? And that was his answer. You guys only see what Fox News shows you. It's so funny because Fox News has literally been caught adding like applause and cheering to videos. Like Donald Trump will show up at a baseball game and they'll really be booing him. And Fox News removes that and puts in cheering. This is the kind of shit. When he used to be doing his rallies and he would veer off and start talking about Hannibal Lecter and Al Capone and they're eating the cats and dogs and electric boats and sharks, they would cut away. And they would just start talking so you wouldn't see that. You've got guys have been kept from the truth for so long, you don't even know what's true and false anymore. Obviously, because everything you put in here, I debunk. Okay? Everything you put in here, I debunk. So, and what did I just say it was? What did I just say it was? Because the one thing said 316, the other thing said 3 what? So, this is what you don't see, and what everybody else sees is like when he's at the G6 summit and there's all kinds of world leaders standing around laughing at him pointing at him and laughing and shit. He's a laughing stock. He was always a laughing stock. The whole world knows that Putin has Trump in his pocket. The whole world knows, except for you guys. You didn't figure it out yet. Yeah, he gets booed quite a bit. Always. They know their IP address doesn't change when they change email accounts. James, what are you talking about specifically? He is a rich, greedy dipshit from New York. I'm not that far from that area, but this moron should have never got a chance to move. He should be bankrupted and his family investigated. Trump the con man. That's correct. Can't make this shit up. Your hypocrisy is. Okay, just tell me what I've said that's hypocritical. You're a racist. YOUR. If you like low prices, Republicans. Yeah, nobody said anything of the sort, and the prices are up on everything, Marty. So we disagree on sports. Why is he going there? It makes no sense. No, I agree with you. What do you mean? It cost him $20 million fucking dollars to go to the Super Bowl. Well, you guys ain't worried about that waste, fraud, and abuse. He spent fucking $95 million on golf trips so far, taxpayer money. You don't worry about that either. You do realize Harris got over 70 million votes. She just got 2 million less than Trump. So over half the country doesn't like Trump. There's more registered Democrats in the USA than Republicans. Well, we had a guy on the last show in the chat who said that Donald Trump won 70% of Americans voted for Donald Trump when 70% of Americans didn't even vote. And I had to explain that Trump didn't even get 50% of the voters that did vote. I agree with you. 100%. The only black president we ever had did nothing for black people. Donald Trump was the one that funded the HBC. Oh, I'm going to hurt your feelings, Todd Ramirez. Donald Trump gave $500 million to historic black colleges and universities. Obama gave $4 billion, and Biden gave $17 billion. And if you don't believe me, look it up right now, because I'll look it up, but somehow my source won't be good enough. How much did Trump, Obama, and Biden give to HBCUs? Biden-Harris administration. The Biden-Harris administration has committed a record total of over $17 billion in support for HBCUs as of September 2024. This includes approximately $4 billion through the American Rescue Plan and other COVID relief. $2.6 billion for institutional capacity and substantial funding through other federal grants, contracts, and debt relief. Trump administration. The Trump administration's total funding included securing $255 million in permanent annual funding for HBCUs by signing in the Future Act into law. So $255 million a year. Obama administration. Over his 8 years in office, the Obama administration invested more than $4 billion in HBCUs through various programs and initiatives. You want to say that again, Todd Ramirez? Like your punk ass has ever been to one. Ever been to what, bro? You got to be specific. Ever been to what? Prices are up? Yes. George Washington, I cannot tell a lie. Donald Trump, I cannot tell the truth. Trump supporter, I cannot tell the difference. Oh, Jane, beautiful. Guys, please hit the like button right now. Please. I'm going to sit here and wait a few seconds while you guys hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, especially if you agree with me, and there's a lot of you in here who agree with me. Why wouldn't you hit the like button and subscribe? Especially subscribe. It's very, very important. We're getting some subs. We need more. I'm watching the sub count. Please, please, please subscribe. You can look that video up. I don't know what video you're talking about. He is not a liar. Your feelings are heart because the truth hurts. Trump is a pedophile. At first, I thought you were on their side, but are you saying I'm not a liar? Okay, I hope so. Because shame for USA. You are a scared nation. I wonder how many MAGA people are the ones getting scammed and is single-handedly bankrolling Trump, bankrolling terrorists in the Mideast. Like how many billions do MAGA send out of country? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. There's no America first with this administration. So you would prefer an open border? No. Trump said Chinese kids should go to black colleges. Trump wants to bring in 600,000 Chinese immigrants to go to colleges and universities so then they can become skilled enough to take jobs from everyone else. And you guys have no problem with that. But you'll keep telling us how Mexicans who can't even get a real job in America because they need a social security number and all that, they're taking your jobs, right? Give up. Trump's a pedophile. LOL. Biden is old hat. You clown. All right. I don't know what any of that means. I love your channel. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. At the same time, I feel most of those poor maggots are on government and state benefits, so technically they vote against America, their own interest, and ours as a whole, all while on welfare. Red states in this country receive a disproportionate amount of welfare funding. That is a fact. A disproportionate amount. And again, I'll say it, Owsley County, however you pronounce it, Owsley, in Kentucky, they receive more food stamps than any county in America. They're 99.2% white and 95% Republican. LOL, trying to claim that Bidenomics was good. I said that? What's Bidenomics exactly to you? What do you describe as Bidenomics? Because Biden brought down the unemployment rate when Trump left office. It was 6.6%. Biden brought it down to the lowest in 54 years, 3.4%. He created 16.6 million jobs, which is 4 times more than the last 4 Republican presidents combined. He brought inflation down. The GDP was up. Stock markets were hitting record highs all the time in his last year or two. He was creating 180,000 jobs a month on average. I mean, what didn't work? Biden stole more from government than Trump has ever spent. Auto pin. Guys, I got to tell you, because you guys do this all the time, and this is how I know how stupid you are. It is not an auto pin. It is an auto pen. Do you get it? A pen like that you write with. That's why it signs his signature, because it's an auto pen. Holy fuck. And tell me exactly how much he stole from the government and how did he do that, Biden? Obama was a monster? Really? How exactly? Trump is your stepdaddy. That's gay. Auto pen, Joe, pardon's no good. Joe Biden never admitted, listen to this, listen to me closely, and you can fact check me. Joe Biden has never said that a pardon was signed with his signature that he didn't know about. Okay, by AutoPen, in other words, that he didn't authorize. Donald Trump, though, on 60 Minutes about a month ago, when asked about a few days before when the CEO of Binance, CZ, was pardoned, a guy that, by the way, pleaded guilty to all his crimes, okay, and I can't think. Oh, was laundering money for pedophiles and terrorists and all types of stuff. When Trump was asked, why did you pardon CZ? Trump said, I have no idea who the guy is. I don't know anything about it. So who's using the auto pen? Now, in reality, Trump knows. But the reason he had to deny it is because CZ got him a $2 billion investment in his company, World Liberty Financial, which owns his crypto coin. And Donald Trump Jr. and Eric are in business with CZ. So he had to deny it because it's an obvious pay-to-play scheme. What do I lie about? I'm not liking you or subscribing, you fucking idiot. That's all right, Sue Johnson, you fucking filthy pig. How do you like being called names? Cunt. Sid Life, 365, $5. You elected a convicted felon. This Canadian prays for you. I know they did. It's crazy, right? How's your 401k doing? It was doing great under Biden. What do you mean? Deflecting statement with autocorrect. All right. Whatever you say. Do MAGA Trump supporters realize they are voting against their own interest? I guess they will find out soon enough. No, not only that, but they've been voting against their best interests for about 5 decades now, and they still don't realize it. TDS is real. You need copium. This guy doesn't have a 401k. Ha ha ha. You know me that well, huh? And by the way, I don't know what copium is. It sounds like some Gen Z horse shit. But TDS stands for tremendous dick syndrome, and you are correct. I do have that. Latest job numbers, negative 232,000. How about that? It must be the Southern accent, pen. Why do they do that? Every motherfucker that comes in here and tries to say auto pen spells it auto pin. They think it's a pin. They think, I mean, I guess technically, but it's an auto pen. I mean, how do you guys not know that? The whole purpose of it is to sign things. And every president for like the last 7 decades has used it. He's smoking twisted cigs or Marlboro Menthol. I mean, whatever you want to call them. How am I wrong? Joe Biden said he wouldn't pardon his son either, Baldy. Yes, he did. And then when Kash Patel, when it was, determined that Kash Patel was going to be the director of the FBI, Kash Patel said in an interview, I will convict the Biden family of something, even if I have to create a crime. So Joe Biden did what any good father would do and pardoned his son. And he gave him a 10-year pardon. So up to 10 years from now, they can, or going back 10 years, one of those, I forget exactly. Okay, he's pardoned for anything. So I don't blame Joe Biden one bit. I would have done the same thing for my son if I knew there was going to be vindictive prosecutions in the next presidency. Oh, that's it. I thought the corpses didn't vote this time around. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, of course you believe Biden. No. I believe facts that I research. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. About how Biden signed his pardons, but ignoring the fact that many of the people Trump has pardoned are now back in jail for child CP and abused, children, and abuse, I think you meant. Do maggots believe anything that's real? It's like trying to argue with the dumbest kid on planet Earth. I think jack-o'-lantern with dog shit for brains is a smarter object than lower maggot. Oh my God, they literally know nothing. And all the stuff they know is wrong. Let me get down here. I can't keep up, man. A lot of comments. Please hit the like button, subscribe, guys. TDS term popularized by Republican Minnesota Senator Justin Eichhorn, who has been charged with the solicitation of prostitution from a minor, another Republican pedo. 100%. Stormy Daniels, quote, Trump has a pin dick, so they got pin on their minds. Maybe. After he said he wouldn't pardon you, fool. Yeah, I just explained. After he said he wouldn't pardon. When Trump won the election and Kash Patel made it clear that he's going to do anything he has to do to put Hunter Biden in jail and other Biden family members, Biden did what any good family man would do, and he pardoned his family so that they couldn't do that. And by the way, Donald Trump pardoned Jared Kushner's father. That's his son-in-law's father. And other presidents throughout history, including Abraham Lincoln and Bill Clinton, have pardoned family members. Oh, he absolutely said it. Dems are the party of slavery. They pretend to like black people, but are still mad about the Civil War and freeing up slaves. So Wet Love, if that's true, could you explain why so many fucking Republicans started, or Democrats started changing their voter registration to Republican and voting for Republicans in like the late 70s, early 80s? Like the racist Southerners started voting for Republicans. And now you got a party, the Democrats, who who support tearing down Confederate statues like General Robert E. Lee and stuff like that, and Republicans that fight to keep them up. You also have Republican governors who have fought to keep the Confederate flag in front of their state capitol buildings, and liberals who fought to against it, so they couldn't do that. So who is the party of slavery today? Who's the party that waves the Confederate flag and wants those Confederate statues kept up, and who tries to affect minorities negatively? And which party tries to help minorities? Which one? I'm curious. Eric M 999 are pro up. Oh shit, I don't know what that means. Thank you for the $9.99, but I don't know what that means. Anybody who donates, you guys are the shit. I appreciate you. Yeah, send a super chat. You'll get your comment read or whatever. Oh, our price is up. Yes. Prices of pretty much everything are up, Erica. Baldy, like you men who dress as women. No. That's you guys. You guys, every time Republicans have a huge event, wherever they have that event, Grindr crashes. Now tell me why. Also, you could look up gay Republican sex scandals and then look up gay Democrat sex scandals, and you're going to find that there's way fewer on the Democrat side. You could also check that Robert Morris, Donald Trump's spiritual advisor, just got caught sexually assaulting children. And with kiddie porn, all that. I don't even want to say the word. And he's in big fucking trouble now. Yeah. Let me see. They know the answer to that. Which party freed slaves? Yeah. Well, Josie Bell, I think you're on my side, but the Republicans of back then are the Democrats of today. That's just a fact. Joe also protected Hunter when he was on the board of directors for Burisma. How do you do that? You're an idiot, uneducated side. Couldn't tell the difference between abolitionists and Confederates. Okay. Yeah, whatever you say. LOL, this is Kamala's and pin people. The flags are part of our history so people can see and don't repeat. Yeah, that's not why they keep them up. They keep them up because they're a symbol of slavery and fighting against it. Don't try to spin it, motherfucker, okay? Because you know goddamn well. I got a neighbor who's a low information Trump voter. He mentioned the Doge check last spring, sucker, but he got the umbilical cord caught around his neck and is autistic and has ADHD. Oh, okay. Dems are controlled by gay Dems, okay? One party doesn't see color, the other can't live without racism. Yeah, Republicans can't live without racism. That's literally what gets them elected, is culture war issues, usually based on race. They have no appealing policies, so they just, they get you fucking racists all riled up, and you go vote for them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, states' rights. So the South... They fought against the USA, okay? They broke away from the USA and fought against our country. They're enemies of our country. And that was their symbol. And they were fighting to keep slavery in place. That's what the states' rights were. The states' right to own slaves, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah, I know. That's because most of them are closeted, Why does Trump win votes of the uneducated and Dems win votes of the educated? Even Trump said smart people don't like him. He's right. Yeah. Hey, guys, I got to go run and use the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to play you my cartoon version of Steve Bannon explaining. First of all, he explains the big switch. And then he explains a lot about Trump voters. He's going to tell you guys all about yourselves. This is a great little video. I'll be right back. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Don't get mad, but Steve's going to tell you the truth right now.
Is pretty simple to explain.
Let me try that again.
Is pretty simple to explain. Basically, when Nixon was discovered having committed Watergate, people thought the Republican Party was washed up. But a clever staffer on in Nixon's White House came up with an idea for how to get more new Republican voters to replace all the people that were turned off by the corruption that had just been exposed, and perhaps save the party. His name was Lee Atwater. And he said, I know where there's all kinds of disgruntled white people. All you got to do is appeal to them over their anger about the end of Jim Crow and about school desegregation and about the Civil Rights Act. And these are the words that you'll say to kind of trigger them. Then we call these the racist dog whistles. And you will send a message to them that they are welcome in the Republican Party. And starting in the mid-70s to the mid-80s, there was a massive change in voter registration from Democrat to Republican on the part of all these racists and lowlifes and ignorant people. At the same time, Trump started to have political ambitions. Now, it turns out Trump has an IQ of about 73. He barely functions as an adult. If it were not for the fact that his father gave him a lot of money, he wouldn't be able to function as an adult. Trump has less money now than he would have had if he'd just taken the money he got from his father and put it in an index fund in the stock market and just let it sit. But he's gradually played around with it all these years and lost it in all his lawsuits and so forth, and his 6 bankruptcies. And he has dissipated a fortune over his lifetime. Now, he's had the Russians for the last 20 years to bail him out, but ordinary people cannot be as dumb as Trump and still function. But Trump came out onto the public stage and started talking boldly like he wanted to do things politically and help the people of America. And he speaks like a third grader, because that's what somebody with an IQ of 73 talks like, even if they're an adult. Linguists have analyzed his speech, and they've made it plain. He speaks English at a third grade level. This energized dumb people, because for the first time they could understand a presidential candidate. And they said things like, oh, he speaks his mind. He's the first guy that doesn't use a bunch of fancy words and confuse me. Now I finally understand what he's saying. And of course, what he was saying was a lot of things they wanted to hear. They were the racist dog whistles. And so you had a beautiful alliance, from their perspective, of racists and stupid people. The lower 12% of the IQ distribution corresponds perfectly to Trump's supporters. Now, these people are so intelligent that there's actually a federal statute that prohibits their induction into military service. They didn't want to have a repeat, Congress didn't want to have a repeat of the McNamara's Morons incident from Vietnam, which is a notorious thing you can look up on your own. McNamara's Morons, it's called. Basically, we had a Secretary of Defense who had the idea that, hey, why don't we recruit low intelligence people, send them to war and see what happens. And what happened was they died in droves, and of course things got worse. And so they didn't want that happening again, so they actually passed a law. You're not allowed to recruit and induct into military service the lowest 12% on the IQ range. But they're still allowed to vote, and Trump energized them. He made dumb people think that they finally understood politics. He made people strut around proud of themselves, thinking that they had a grasp of the issues, because they could tell on some level that Trump wasn't much smarter than they were, but there he was, a big shot. So he seemed like a champion for them. Of course, all these people forget that they aren't rich. They didn't have a dad hand them the equivalent of $412 million. And they can't do the things that Trump does, and they can't get away with the things Trump has gotten away with. And even Trump himself is not going to get away with them indefinitely. But the stage has been set, and this is where we're at. Basically, we have a fanatical core of low intelligence voters that are solidly behind Trump. They will back him no matter what he does or says, because they don't care what he does or says. They just know he's their guy. They understand him. They like him. He talks to them in a way that they can comprehend, and they are fanatical in their support of him. He has given them what they see as dignity and strength. And then at the other end of the spectrum are smart people from all walks of life. I actually used to be a Republican myself. I'm ashamed to admit it now, but I know I'm not alone. I mean, millions of people who make sure that they turn out to vote against Trump used to be actual Republicans, because the Republican Party is now nothing but a loony bin of the very low intelligence. And there's just no way that you can be associated with them at all. So now it's going to be, some range of conservative to liberal Democrats again, except that it'll mean something different than it used to mean. I mean, those Democrats won't be conservative because they're racist garbage people from the South. They'll be conservative because they have some other philosophy about the role of the market or of private enterprise or something like that in the economy. At any rate, this is the problem we have. It's basically now just the very low intelligent versus the high intelligence. And the thing is going to be decided by undecided people who don't pay any attention. People in the middle that don't pay attention to politics, no matter whether the politicians are smart or dumb. They just show up on election day and try to do their best. Those are the people you have to reach. You have to get them interested.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
And look, here you go. I mean, even after watching that, and believe me, I know it's a silly cartoon. Everything he says in that is true. And Wet Love here says, if it were not for the Republicans winning the Civil War, blacks would still be slaves to the Democrats. Don't believe me. I don't care. The parties switched in the 70s. The party switched. Okay. It's really, but I think it was final by about, I don't know, 74 or something like that. Jimmy Carter is the last Democrat president to win the South. Jimmy Carter. Okay. The Democrats were always winning the South. And the only reason Jimmy Carter won the South is because he was a Southern-born Baptist. That's it. So no Democrat since then has won the South. The Republicans win the South. The South is where the racists are. Okay. The racist Democrats started voting Republicans. So then the voters changed, the politicians changed. Now it's Democrats that do stuff for minorities, and Republicans that try to work against them. That's what's funny about you guys is you'll say, if it wasn't for fucking Democrats, these black people couldn't sit around here on welfare and unemployment and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But then you say Democrats are against black people. So nothing you say makes sense. You talk in circles. It's the weirdest lack of logic I've ever seen in my life. So the inner city who are all on government assistance are smart for voting for Democrats. Kent Blake. Red states, rural areas, not the blue cities, The rural areas of red states receive a disproportionate amount of welfare funding. Do you understand that? There are way more white people on welfare than black. And of course, there's just way more white people in general, and that's why. But the point is, because that's a fact, you can stop acting like the inner city people, meaning you mean the black people, are the only ones on welfare. When it's disproportionately people in red states and rural areas. Owsley County, Kentucky, largest recipient of SNAP funding, more than any county in America, 99.2% white, 95% Republican. This fucking welfare queen delusion you guys have is bullshit. There's people in this chat right now that are Republican that I guarantee you are on some sort of assistance, disability, like Social Security disability, cash assistance, Section 8 housing, SNAP, something. Guarantee it. That's what's funny is it's okay to them if it's a white person on the shit. When it's a black person, that's when it's a problem. The soldiers didn't own slaves, dumbass. First of all, I'm sure some of them did, but I never said that they did. So I don't know why you're putting that in the chat. Did you give birth to a Democrat? Well, I'm a guy and I can't give birth, so I'd have to say no. This guy still lives with his mom. Or my beautiful wife, Shanna. Yeah. And we have a house together and vehicles and everything we want in life, you know. It could be that, or it could be that I still live with my mom, who, God rest her soul, she just passed away on June 29th of this year. I love my mom to death more than anything, and I miss her every day. So Jimmy Carter was white, male, Kamala. Jimmy Carter was white, male, Kamala. All right. False. I've researched this. Lies. Democrats still the party of slavery and racism. Okay, so they do everything for minorities, but they're the party of slavery and racism. Makes a ton of sense. All the civil rights that are passed today are all by Democrats. You know, they fight for civil rights for all types of people. You guys are literally against everybody from black people to Mexicans to any type of Latino or Latina, Muslims, gay people, trans people, lesbian people, queer people, everything. But yeah, somehow the Republicans are the party that fights against slavery, even though they fly the Confederate flag to this day, and they fight to keep statues of slave owners and Confederate soldiers up. Let me ask you something. When a statue of Christopher Columbus is being torn down, who's tearing it down? Left-wingers or right-wingers? Liberals or MAGA? Tell me, because none of you are conservatives. I'll never call you conservatives anymore. No, he did not win the entire South. The last president to win the entire South as a voting bloc was Jimmy Carter. Red states are welfare states in every sense of the word. They literally take out of the government more than they put in. According to you. No, the sad thing is Trump is president taking a dump on a golden toilet while he tells his supporters he cares about the new term he developed called groceries and lowering prices. Yeah, he literally said he made up the word groceries. FDR is a Northern Democrat liberal, and Southern Democrats loved him for relieving poverty. The TVA program that brought jobs and electricity to the rural South, Social Security too. There you go. Everything, most Democrat policies, like most of the things you enjoy on a daily basis are Democrat policies. Okay, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, of course, all types of assistance, government assistance, the 40-hour work week, overtime after 40 hours, all kinds of stuff like that. It's all thanks to Democrats. Oh, really, D. Brown? Because I could have sworn it was the Republicans who were canceling Nike after Colin Kaepernick kneeled for the national anthem, canceling Target over some trans clothes, or at least what you perceived as trans clothes, canceling Bud Light for having a trans representative, canceling Netflix because Obama was involved in Netflix. Charlie Kirk, when he died, anybody who said anything about Charlie Kirk, you wanted them fired from their jobs and canceled completely. And there was TikTok channels of conservatives that did nothing all day, every day for a couple of months, but try to get liberals fired from their jobs and just ruin their lives in general. So you might want to think about that. I remember conservatives wanted to cancel Tom Hanks because he made a joke about MAGA people being racist on Saturday Night Live. So cancel culture is on both sides, and I'm going to say even more so on the right. Yeah, I wish. I fucking wish. You're a jackass, and you can't spell the word "your" in the context you're using it in. Guys, I'd love to stay on, but I got to go because I do have a beautiful blonde wife waiting in the living room for me. So I'll see you next time. Peace. And thanks everybody who donated. You guys are the shit. I don't get many donations on these shows. So thank you all. I love yous. Peace.